Sister,
so you guys can just sit down. I guess we can do it. Here's a good spot.
sister, you checking the phone, the live Jafaria.
Oh, live jump. Oh, it's already live? Oh boy, hold on.
Live Jafaria.
Pretty good. Okay, so you guys ready? What did you say, something? Huh? You want to do it? Sure, live.
The respect of the suit.
Well, we're on the same thing.
You're on respect. But
Because you're sick. We're in sweatpants or just
Okay, take off your things, put on your suits. Let's sit down. Come on, quick.
take off your jackets.
You can put it over there. Put your jackets over there. Over there, jackets. And get your suits on.
Yeah.
Yeah, working? Work.
It's working now?
Yes, this
Oh.
I got. You show the.
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah.
This phone, the phone.
On
Live
YouTube.
Jafaria. This one. اسمك مولانا غضب for you. This here.
Maybe should we? You want to start at 5:30?
Yeah, can you
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I think right now we don't need to do it.
No, it's okay, but so no people you go this way.
I know,
Go
but we
this.
don't want our voices.
It's live.
Come in here. Live. Yeah.
It's live. Like weird.
Really?
Where's the Malana in Kabbalah?
No, he's in St. Louis.
St.
Alhamdulillah, he just set up another studio there. In fact, yeah, in St. Louis. So they had, mashallah, a live show today. I'm trying to call him.
You know
Get
the
me in the camera.
now the light for yeah. How are you today? Wait, this one. Like this. Good. Good. Yeah, okay.
Well, that's okay. You guys, if you want to go, you can.
No. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I go to Patti.
Oh, okay. Inshallah. Yeah, I do. Okay, let me see what Manson's doing. Salam alaikum. Nasir? This is Huma. How are you doing? Alhamdulillah. Eid Mubarak to you and your family. Thank you so much. Is the show still on or is it finished? Oh, okay. Okay, is Molana around there actually? Oh, okay. So maybe he's sleeping. I'm trying to get in touch with him. We wanted to see if we can do a live show right now, actually, from where we are. Oh, okay. When will you be there? You know, that's the thing. Can we do live show at the stream, actually? What people do, like if you go onto a website, you can get the stream there. But I'm not sure. Is it working yet?
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Oh. Oh, okay.
Close. It's open. Yes.
Oh, mashallah. Oh, okay. So, if that's the case, then so you're busy there anyway, actually. Okay. So you can ask. Molana's in the hotel now, right? Okay. Okay, then inshallah we'll see what happens. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. They are just waiting for them.
Now up. The camera is up here for the picture. There are no people. You come the people, we center for people.
Okay, I want to put an SD disc in there. Can I give that to you? Because I'm not sure if we can do live, actually.
No, it's the Google.
Yes, I know.
YouTube is okay.
Oh.
YouTube.
You just want to put it on YouTube? Okay.
Yeah, YouTube, yeah. YouTube, La Jafaria. That's it.
Okay, we can do that. Can I give you something for record?
I know what it's called.
You don't know how to record?
Flower.
So that I know.
Follow me, you murderer.
See, if you have a king home like this,
He said you can. I'll ask him.
or did you?
Ali, can you go to the car and get the SD that I bought?
Why don't we just make it live?
Yeah, we can make it. We can do it live anyway.
Make it live.
But can you get the disc from the car? I want to. Yeah, but I want to record it and show it live. Can you do that? Okay. All right, hurry! It's in the car in a bag.
Where?
I think in the front seat. Here, you want the key? Key.
I thought
I thought you were getting me some tea. Yeah.
Oh, here, get this one.
Did
I'll put my radio.
you see? Was your time? To the 6. 6. Corona come, yeah. No, Corona from Boston. Oh, before, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. The white. Mm-hmm. Number 2? Right. She can cook. Oh, you stuck too here, huh?
Huh?
You stuck here, huh? You want to go home? Huh? No, this one, this walk. Walking. Is only walking?
Walking makes less than a mile. 10 minutes.
No, you want this area, Jafaria, the school, and you can walk on the back. You have left, you have maybe 5 minutes. Before Asr, send this in. Asr? Yeah, Asr. When you go to the house, Asr, you have this one. 5 minutes. In the car, no, maybe 12. That's 35 pounds.
sit on this or you want to sit on chairs?
Chairs would be better.
So you starting?
We'll
You
just,
starting?
uh,
Okay.
just,
Sit on the.
you can sit here.
Yeah, sit here.
This is nice.
This is very nice. Yeah, sit here.
Look, you have sit down.
Yeah,
You
you
show the light. Nice. Serious nice. Picture nice.
Sit down, Hussein.
No, I can't find it.
It's not small. Sit and we'll see how it goes. You can't find it? Okay, sit. I just want to see how you guys look over here. Are you going to check it?
Yeah.
Hussein, can you sit? I just want to see how you guys look.
Yes?
No, sit with your, like, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, look good. You look
Yeah,
like
looks
you
good,
look
huh?
like Malana.
Yeah.
His face is like Malana.
I'm glad that this is nice up there. Yeah, are the three you guys going to fit on there? Yes, it shall. I'm sorry?
You're a very committed person.
Well, this is Imam Ali alayhi salam's birthday. He's our father.
Dora, sit down. We'll start. Dora, go.
All right, guys.
Maybe someone else is coming too?
You know what? Some people said they're going to come maybe just to,
Yes,
be here.
Dr. Marine, her son is coming?
You know what? I asked them, actually. She didn't say anything. I haven't heard from
For
them.
some reason, Raza Bhai was saying that he's coming. His
Oh,
son.
really?
What
They
time
might
you-
show up. Who knows?
What time you want to start?
Actually, I wanted to start at 5:30, but, we can wait if more people, But we want to finish before
He's
Maghrib.
okay, right? He doesn't have to be dressed up, right?
It's good if he did, actually.
Yeah.
It's Imam Ali alayhi salam's birthday. But,
Should we quickly run the house and
yes,
come
you
back?
can. Yes, you can. Yes.
Hello?
Does he have something?
Even if everything.
Yeah, it's better if he does, actually.
Okay.
Because, we want to make kids realize that they do have to dress up on this time.
Okay.
That's why I made them,
Just give us about...
They say anyone like
That's
One
it.
minute.
Okay, that's fine.
Inshallah. I think I heard that Faisal and are coming also. Faisal
Oh,
and
wow.
Naveen.
Okay, inshallah. Sorry to delay your...
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
You
it's...
walk in as a random person, and you wouldn't have to dress up.
I said it's camera live. You sit down. The Mulana, you checking. You here or no?
Oh, you know what? We're not recording anything yet. Okay, he is getting that.
Just won't find it. I got it.
Come no.
Who's saying you sit?
Yeah, I want to go home. You go in the morning.
Excuse. Now this camera, come. Now the camera live, okay? You have now the up. Some people you come and sit down, you do this. Look. That's it. But now me up, then maybe the sister can. It's live. Now live.
Well, you can make more easier. Yeah. Okay.
One son, 47 people died in a suicide bombing. Bombing. He's a
You can see the receipt hanging around.
27, 41
Can I use your shoe?
injured. Double. One son.
Is this your shoe?
चाय बना रहा हूँ 15 दिन 10 दिन चाय बना रहा हूँ
कमर तो गाड़ी में सो रहा है
हाँ
ओए करबला
They don't home and get to report.
Oh, I guess you can't record it. Why? Because mom kept on asking.
So what are you gonna do?
Can they record it for studio? If you go through live stream? No, you can't record it. You don't have it? No, never.
Oh, got it?
Yeah, you know it was on the side door.
I checked it. Did you check hers? You see the candy?
Can't pour candy on the side.
You keep on for me.
Okay, where's the SD card?
No.
Okay, I'll plug in the SD card. Please stick on the keys.
Do you guys know how to put that in there?
What, you're about to say? Yes. Bravery.
I don't know what it says. I think he said how he was a warrior, but at the same time he was modest. He said his thing's going to be in 10 minutes. But, so Sigmund, when you're talking, you could say, you know what, I would like to, introduce our special guest here.
I could say
Brother
special
Heather.
guest.
Yes, and say it Hussein, and we would like to, we're here in Jafaria Association of Connecticut, and we'd like to thank them for letting us.
Mama,
do
Navi
this
knows
business.
we said we can get there after 7 o'clock. Is that okay? Navi's no.
The truth is.
You missed the video.
You missed both?
Just tell her actually that, we want to finish before Magrib.
Okay. Wait, what time is no rib?
6:45, I think. Just tell her, I think it might be late because
If
we want
someone's
to
out there,
finish
they
before
do carry
Magrib.
it over.
Okay.
SD card back.
Let her know, Baba, she's waiting.
Okay.
I know how to do it.
There's no tea on it? There's no tea.
Where's Andrew?
Why to his house?
He had to go change. It's not nice he's wearing that thing. But you
That's fine, we know.
Respectable suit.
The electors are $41
Like
leaving. After 3/4. What do I fix her? That's too great something.
Ali, did you dress that? You should anyway, because it's in the morning.
I think this will answer your question.
Is
That'll answer your question.
dressed nicely. I did at work. Good shirt and a good pay. Just cover your shirt, your jacket. That's my jacket.
Simone, if you think this is good, the three of you will be sitting here. It is definitely going to be shoulder to shoulder. Is that okay with you? Is chair going to be better? This looks a little more decorated. Unless you sit here, and then the two of them, you go like this. What do you think of that? Sure. And then you look in the camera.
Will they all fit in the camera?
Because he's going to be talking, so you will talk like a host. Okay? You'll talk like a host. Okay, we have our guests here. Actually, today we have Brother Heather. Brother Heather is going to share with us about how, you know. He told you what he's going to talk about. He's going to share something about Imam Ali alayhi salam being a warrior as well as having a soft side, as well as being modest. And, usually we think of warriors as, okay, yes, they go, they kill, they do whatever they have to do, but then at the same time, he's helping people, he's helping a widow, he's doing all kinds of things that you don't expect someone like that to do. Right, Fiddler? Yeah. He has a soft side as well as that harsh side.
Okay. Let me see. Can you sit there? I just want to see if I can do this. So, Sibomad, sit there. Let me see if that works. If you guys, all three of you are like that. Sit down over there. Hussein, can you go sit over there? I want to see if that can be done. Sibomad,
Can I take off this blue
Do me a
vest?
favor.
Can I take off this blue vest?
Yeah.
Should I keep it on or take it off?
Ali, can you give him your black socks, please? I want him to wear black. Because, Ken,
He's like, what's the difference? I think blue is good. People like to look at that. Just it's always like that I can.
I got it. Well, no wonder they don't.
The Lakers is $40 million lead in the third quarter.
Sit down there.
The Bucks are good with blowing out teams. The Warriors are good whenever. No. I mean, the real. Oh, God, this is the same team now. Ollie, you see? No, boy. Oh, they got Davis and Ron. Let's do that like good play. LeBron is like, I know, I'm very Warriors. Yeah. I know, they got like 5 other superstars. They had no.
I need somebody tall to look on top to see if I can stick it in there.
So where does this stick? Ali or Hus? Ali, can you tell where this goes in? The card.
Let me see. I think that. Yeah, that could be it. Or maybe behind this cord. Nope.
What about on top? Because I pressed something on top, it said insert memory card.
Are you happy, Sam?
That's not early to do it on that though.
Hussein, can you go sit there? I want to see how this picture looks. This is live, by the way. It's live stream. Sit down. It is going on to Jafaria website. Oh my, it's live.
So? Not about the website. We're putting on the live stream, right?
No, but they have a website, and it's going onto their website, so people are able to see it. Huh?
Live TV?
Yeah, that
So when are
too.
they going to put it on?
Yeah, that's what I'm finding out right now. Can you sit down so I can see?
Hello?
Are you watching me?
What are they?
Okay. You have your cards?
Let's do a test drive. This is the test drive, huh? he go? Hey, where does he go? Oh, for test drive. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to our program. My name is Imam.
My name is Hussein. My name is Heather.
You could say, instead of them saying their names, you could say, today I have two special guests. One is Brother Hussein and our guest from Connecticut.
Or I can say both of them. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Where did they go? Joining me today are Brother Heather Salam and Brother Hussein.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being with us today. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good on this nice day.
That's good.
A birthday.
Today I'd like to start our program by. Today we have a very special program to commemorate the birth anniversary of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam al-Muttaqeen, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. His father was Abu Talib. His mother was Fatima bint Asad. He was born on the 13th of Shaban, 601.
Rajab.
Shaban.
Oh, you actually love Shaban?
Did I? I'm sorry.
Just Shaban is catching
What was it, 30 years after?
13th of
I
Rajab.
think we should do charity.
Exactly 30 years after the event of the elephant.
You want to try it?
No, because if you're just sitting like this.
Exactly
You
30
may just
years
fall
after
back.
the year of the elephant.
Keep your legs together too. Keep your, instead of no folding like that, Mom said not to do that. Keep your legs straight down.
Line it.
That's what he said.
Then I'll have an instant line in my shirts.
This is what the only good position. They should have a camera up there. That's not like I'm up the ladder where I got up.
Sing.
Over here, how you sit up here is supposed to be like
Ali,
this.
I need to call somebody. I need to ask them how
You
to
don't
put
even
the
have a mic.
SD card in. We need one. Thanks for telling me.
Whoa. Why do I only have one story here?
Why did you have my 9 Taylor? Who's not helping out? You hear about the 3, and you missed a lot of
Kuzma.
He's helping out now. Markeith is actually really good. He keeps blocking up on defense, getting the ball.
Marquez is the good.
Markeith.
Marquis is just a guy.
Marcus has done
that
nothing this
thinks
game. Look at this game. Marcus has been getting dominated by Marquis. Marquis is a little bigger.
So this is the order we're going to do it in. I'm going to give the opening. We're going to give, a few quick facts about when Imam Ali was born. Then we're going to, Hussein can tell the story of Prophet Muhammad and Imam Ali and how close they were. Give a few sayings about that. Sit down, Hussein. Get ready. Get prepared.
He's getting up to Kung Fu.
Then we can talk about it. I'll ask you guys your opinions.
If you want to play Shinzitsu with your brother, come on.
I'll give you, you can say your opinions, you can talk about it. And then I'm going to talk about, his modesty. And actually,
After you hear Heather's, you have to try not to. You can say, "Oh yeah," like Heather mentioned.
should his story come, because maybe his story should have come after we talk about the general welfare of people. Well, what order should we put his story? Because he's talking about, the bravery of Imam Ali.
Yeah, he is, but he's
So
also
what-
going to mention how he is modest and he's soft. He's going to mention that.
He thought since
Okay, so maybe
Sunday
he can
school
say
was
that.
canceled, we were going to cancel this.
So should he say that when? After we talk about his birth, or I was going to
After
go
the birth.
his birth and then talk about his relationship with
parents?
Prophet Muhammad.
Yes, okay, you can do that. Yeah, that's
Maybe
fine.
throw in a
I'm
few
wearing
titles,
Yes.
socks.
and then talk about. Then he can give his, and then
Yes.
I can say,
Yes, that's good.
about the well. Obviously throwing in a few sayings now and then,
Yeah, that's good.
talking about them, and then I'll say the story about the widow,
Yes,
about Imam Ali son.
yes.
Maybe even the story about, the pomegranates.
Pomegranates, yeah, it's a-
throwing that one around as a part of the.
And you want to, after you say the story, you kind of want to emphasize, oh yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio's at Staples Center.
Whoa, really?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Does he?
He's got the best seat.
Oh, yeah.
You have how
It
many?
was showing me like your
You have 3
Who's
months
he voting for?
Lakers, obviously.
Clippers.
Same. Oh,
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
heck, Jack Nicholson goes for it. Yes, and obviously because
मम्मी ने उम्मीद में तशरीफ लाए तो आप शुरू हो रहा है.
that's where they go.
Salam
Yeah, they showed him.
I don't think we could get
Even though he's looking from the stands.
Gee, how कैसी है ठीक है इंशाल्लाह?
Those are the better. He was in the box thing, like you're by yourself. Well, that's when you have a card. If you have a bunch of people, best seats at court side.
All right, I'll start the mic for you.
I think he's.
Go ahead, start this. What time do you want to start? Go on.
We're in about 10 minutes.
No, you said 6.
We're waiting for Oscar Revive.
Ascari Bhai is not as important.
No, not us, his son.
This comes, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
He's very important man of
Yes.
Ascari is
Actually, we are actually Oscar Revive.
Ascari is the,
Heather.
it's a bone for Jafaria.
Yeah. Heather actually, he had to change, because, he was here, we wanted him to change into, more clothes that are for him only.
My clothes is okay?
That's fine, unless you want to go on the camera, then. Yes, actually, so, just a little bit, better than normal.
Okay, so that's.
Yeah.
Let's take it for a test drive. Saying, see.
You know what, that's okay, actually. Inshallah, next time, actually, I know, so many things were going on today. But, inshallah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for, Jazakallah for getting time today, and I know it's difficult today. Inshallah, next time.
Let's take it for a test drive.
Yeah, that's okay. We're
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to our program. My name is Sayyid Mahmoud. These are my guests,
today.
Brother Hussein, assalamu alaikum, and Brother Heather, assalamu alaikum.
Hey, the best brother. Oh.
Heather is here, and actually,
We also have Ali, suffering from,
I think just Heather, I should say like
that, you know,
Heather and my
just
kids, yeah.
suffering from a slight flu. No problem. Today we have a very special program to commemorate the birth anniversary of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam al-Muttaqeen, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib.
Actually, I'm not sure. Actually, I think we'll probably leave before then because we all have to.
So I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to read, a quick fact, when he was born and stuff like that.
Yes, actually, yeah.
And
We'll
then
see what happens,
sayings
but yeah,
of,
it looks like because everybody has to go, so we'll probably
okay, so
start as soon as Ascari comes, inshallah. Inshallah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, actually, for calling.
Brother Hussein, could you tell us the relationship that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had with Rasulullah, peace be upon him? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa
Prophet, I'm sorry, just say it like that. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ chose Imam Ali as his own brother. He looked at the face of Ali and said, "O Ali, you are my brother in this world and the hereafter." How am I reading? It's too loud.
Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was Prophet. You can't scream.
How am I supposed to say?
I'm going to talk about, quick facts about his birth. Do you have another page of the titles? Can you try to put the titles?
Get the phone.
It's Jimmy.
We need some more. Well, Ali means, what does Ali mean? Ali means,
It's Jimmy.
Ali means something. It's going downstream, and I don't know which way it's going. I know, yeah, not, what does Ali means, the shiny, no, the Thornvola?
Look it up on the phone, Ali, for him.
Okay,
Look
so
up
can you
titles
get
of
this
the
one?
Ali. Look it up right
Can you
now.
give me
so
like
give it
2
to
more
me.
titles, Mama? 2 more titles.
2 more titles, Ali.
And can you also get me the definition of Ali, the meaning?
Yeah,
I just
look
had
up
it
the
yesterday,
meaning.
but I forgot it. The bright. The high.
Yeah, the high.
Is that it?
I guess so.
Okay, so look over here. That's up. Yeah. Pedro, look over here. Yeah, so just write, can you write down two of them? Imam Ali Islam was the only person to be born in the Kaaba. He was born Friday the 13th of Rajab, 30 years after the year of the elephant. Ali, what year was he born? Was it 601?
It was
602 maybe? I was like, his mother was Fatima bint Asad.
Somebody's calling me?
Oh, that's her.
Salam alaikum. Hello? Yes.
Ali
Walaikum salam.
Islam
Yes.
was very modest. He wore very simple clothing. Imam Ali Islam.
How long does it take you to get
Imam
here?
Ali Islam, every day he would only eat water and he would eat bread. Every single day he would just have water and bread. That was the modesty of Imam Ali
You have
Islam.
two titles?
How simple it was.
Keep your title right now, what you have.
Even Imam Ali Islam,
Oh,
as
are
we know,
you
he
really?
was
Oh,
a caliph.
Amir
He was, wait, caliph or
He'll be here at
khalifa?
like 6:30 then?
He was the khalifa.
Okay.
of
6:30. There's somebody else preparing a speech.
Okay, sure.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yes, okay, come on then. Yep, sure, go ahead. All right. all right.
Even Imam Ali Islam, when he passed
Oh, we got
away,
more guests.
Having
We got
Ali
another
was a
guest
khalifa.
coming in.
When he passed
They said
away,
they prepared speeches and stuff.
okay. Yeah, see, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
you know what's good? This thing, maybe, well, you know what, we might have to,
He was in debt.
maybe we
Now you
put
think-
something here, guys, so they're there, and this person comes over here from the audience, okay, and then they read, right?
10 minutes, you said. Heather said he's coming in 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fine, because they're coming. They will come midway.
I'd say
in the
okay.
program. Okay, that's good. Because,
So I have the covered about modesty. He wore simple clothing, bread and water. Is he going to talk about that?
Huh?
You should have asked him. Look over what he's saying.
David shouldn't have done that.
Who?
David should have shot him and licked his hand and he did. Like,
Who did?
David Redden.
Mama, Ali, can you ask Uncle, can we set this one up?
That's
What do you think? Because if somebody comes and there's nowhere to sit, what are they going to say, move over?
I don't know. Can I see the phone on? Huh? Yeah, Mama, Leonardo DiCaprio was at the Lakers game.
He is at the Lakers game.
Yeah, he is.
I'll tell you when he's there.
Should we do it sitting down then?
He said Leonardo DiCaprio on my clothes, I think. That's all I'm wearing for the
I want somebody to read a monk
He's,
about
what's his name there?
Jan?
No. He wouldn't go. What's it called?
Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
He's probably trying to say. No, he doesn't go.
Why?
He doesn't go to anything.
What?
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't.
Doesn't what?
I've seen
Is
it.
Tom Cruise at games, huh? They just
No,
don't
he's a
want
Lakers fan.
Maybe he's a Lakers fan, but he just doesn't go up.
He probably could be there.
Who knows? Maybe he doesn't like basketball. Hi. Okay, bye. Who's winning?
Hi.
Lakers.
Hi.
Okay, bye.
Okay, then let's do another little practice.
Yeah, so if he sits, he's coming in 10 minutes, if he sits there.
He said 10 minutes?
Hmm?
How long would it be?
He's, I don't know.
He's only 5 minutes away. He's probably, because he didn't think it was, he thought you canceled it.
Because everybody kept saying, even Nottingham Hill said, oh, guess what? It's canceled. I was like, what?
What was canceled?
This our program.
Well, not ours.
Read this
I
on
know she said ours. She said it, and I said, just took that. I said, I just talked to them. I said, you guys can't do this. I just can't do it.
Well, yeah, because someone passed away, but doesn't mean you can't.
Already passing
They
this.
already put it on the ticker, right? Oh my gosh, why did I say my social security aloud? All my money goes to the bank. I just lost.
My life savings are in the bank at 225 Evergreen Terrace.
Oh, I know what
My zip code is 945.
I know.
My password is 1214. Oh my god.
That's what we're gonna
You
do.
turn it off?
See how about, yeah, turn it off. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do, guys. Listen. There's going to be, it sounds like another at least 2 kids. Every time a new kid comes, somebody has to leave from here and go.
Okay. Okay.
Why, what, Mama?
There's gonna be at least 2 more kids coming in to speak.
So, Mama, I have a
Their
quick.
speeches.
I have a thing about the modesty, simple clothing, this and that. Is that what he's gonna be talking?
Huh?
We have to have chairs.
He's talking about things from that speech, right?
Maybe we should bring in the chairs. Yeah, the speech. That's right. So just remember that one.
Okay.
Okay, Hussein.
Oh, that's where this is from.
Hussein, if we do
The
that,
simple clothing.
You know, that looks kind of nice, though, that thing, but should we try this and see how it goes?
Yeah, because you said 2 more people are going to come in. Look, somebody gets banished and then another guy comes in. Oh, and this is our other brother. Brother Heather had to get lost. Sorry.
We can. What do you think about these 4 chairs? What do you think
Yeah, the kids
about
are
these?
Yeah.
Those are fine.
That's better?
No, maybe this. Okay, so we can talk about that, and
Buzzers have 4 timeouts and a bonus.
I want to see Leonardo DiCaprio.
the last game was so much better. Lakers are not shy. The last game was a nail biter. Game winners.
I need to call Baba. I need to use my phone. I need to go on the playlist right now because someone else is programming.
That's a good one.
Marquis is good. Marcus is good. I don't know.
I just don't
know what they look like. I just know the names.
They look exactly the same.
Marcus, I know. Marcus is smart.
Good at basketball.
You don't know
Marcus
that.
is bad. Marquis is bad.
How do you judge that?
No. I just recorded the skill.
He scored again, he scored in the punch.
Did you see? Even when they got Marquis got drafted, he said, "Oh yeah, Marcus, the better brother."
Even defensive ability, Marcus is better.
No, he's not. He's too talented.
Yeah, the Warriors should get it.
Does height matter? Was Yao Angel?
Yeah, dude, next season the Warriors are going to be so big. Can you just imagine? Well, we have to wait until summer until we can sign Iguodala again, but you know.
They're all in the car and back they go down. I go, oh, I thought so.
No, they'll get it back.
Internet working on it?
It's actually pretty sure. It's not like that Warriors sure big. Everyone wanted to take the Lakers, Clippers. Went to the Lions. But you know, he's coming back next season.
We don't know this.
Oh, I know. Usually he retire with the Warriors.
Guess that didn't happen because they had to release him.
Yeah, this is a $22 million contract.
I think you just enjoy not get paid nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You have to get nothing.
Steal my card.
Plus, no one could have paid him $22 million on it. Okay. So, appointments to the show. Okay, Sam, let's go for a test drive. Test drive this thing, come on. Who's the one just down regime, missing a lot of on our
It's not even on there.
That's fine. This is a test drive. Rabbi Shrah Li Sadri Wayassir Li Amri Wahlul Uqdam Min Lisani Yafqahu Qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to our program. My name is Imam. Join me today are Brother Heather and Brother Hussein.
Why'd you introduce me last?
Today we have a very special program to commemorate the birth anniversary of Amirul. They slap it out of my hands. No.
My life, so cute.
Remember Charlie and Jog Factory? Thank you for joining us today.
My social security was on there.
Thanks. Abdullah, Assalamu alaikum. He was born on the 13th of Rajab. Imam Ali alayhi salam was the only person born in the Kaaba. He was born on the 13th of Rajab, 30 years after the year of the elephant. His mother was Fatima bint Asad, and his father was Abu Talib.
What year was the elephant?
Search. Here. I don't want it.
You want me to search it?
Oh, thank you.
You want me to search it?
Here, I don't want it. I'm gonna get some water.
You can just say the year of that.
Get me some.
God, it sounds professional. But what year is my mother last time? Was it 601 or 602? I think it was 601. Well, I know. Oh, that's not the part from my look.
601 AD.
What was that thing?
21 before Hijra.
What's
601 AD.
What's Hijra?
Hijra is when they started, remember? The Islamic calendar starts from when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, remember he left Makkah. He put Imam Ali alayhi salam in his place, and he fled to Medina because they were going to kill him. So he went to Medina. But what was the place they stopped at? Kuba, right? Kuba. Yeah, they met at Kuba. So, Muhammad, it sounds like people are, alhamdulillah, wanting to participate in this, so you're going to be the host, and you kind of have to introduce everybody, ask them what their name, state your name, and what, you know.
You should have done this before.
Well, I didn't know, because now everybody's saying they want to.
No, I just told them. A show.
What?
During,
Yes, I know. All these
Andrew's back.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I never thought.
Andrew's back.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to need that. Okay,
Mom, I need 2 more sayings.
He's wearing a suit.
Names. Mortaza,
He's wearing a suit.
Al-Mortaza, which means, Mortaza is light of Allah, right?
You better make sure so. You better.
Please.
We're going to start. You're going to get more audience at the
lighter thing. It's the line fighting. I said, no, she's showing. He's showing. I thought he's still. Show me. They won, okay? Show me.
Ali, can you look on top of here and see if you can stick this on top? I need to call Rajabai. Can you give me that so I can ask it? Say, Mama, where do you put this? And do you need this piece too? Because there's another piece.
I think this is too big.
Here's another thing. No, look.
Can you hold my water?
I can hold it.
I think it's too big. You can't just buy it SD cards.
You can't?
Certain size.
Okay, I mean, what to do?
What is this?
I mean, so, what to do? You don't record it, but at least we do the show. It's going to go live.
It means the attainment of pleasure of Allah.
What does?
Okay, I think this is it. Mama.
Yeah, you did it?
Use that M2, so.
Wait, put it in.
Yeah, then. So I break the camera.
What about that?
That doesn't go in.
That's just the adapter.
What do you mean, just the adapter?
No, that was the SD card.
That is the SD card.
No, that was not the SD. This is the adapter.
No, you put that in.
You sure? I don't.
This is the big. This is the adapter. This micro SD.
Nice suit.
Ah, respectable.
Jazakallah, thanks.
Finally.
I thought you'd never leave.
Respectable. Yeah, actually, this is my car. So I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you changing
Alright,
your car?
So I have
You
a.
changing your car?
Yes.
I have a I have like a small like speech to read, and then I have
Yes.
like another poem, like an English poem. I'm like,
That's
so,
Okay,
like,
that's good. Say Muhammad is going to be...
He's leading the program,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
leading the program.
Yeah.
Because we also, mashallah, have a couple of other kids who
Oh,
are going to
that's good.
join in the middle of the
Okay.
program, actually. Question is, that I think since they're going to join in, they're going to be coming.
yeah.
Well,
I
they will
think
come at 6:30.
Oh, you guys closing your shoots?
6:30.
We can either start and then they just join in, actually.
If we start like 6:15.
Yeah, 6:15. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's good. That'll get
because are we gonna all be sitting there from the beginning, or is this gonna be we're all gonna be sitting in this area?
I think that maybe when somebody else, we can either put everybody there. Actually, maybe Askaribai, maybe you can help with this too, actually, and Saima too, you guys. Actually, mashallah, I think two other people are coming in, actually. So when we have the kids there, well, it was just going to be these three, but now it seems there's going to be someone else coming. So we can either move this and put the chairs there, actually, and then all of you can sit, or you can just, when your turn is done, you go out, and then the next person come in.
Is that Sayyid Muhammad, like, if he like calls out, like, now can we have this person do
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, we can do whichever. I'm not sure.
How do you want it? You like that way better? Okay, so we'll just do that then. So we'll just call the next person. They'll say, all right, what's your name and how old are you or something, and do that way. Okay, that sound good? All right. Okay, so inshallah.
Can you be the first one saying that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
He was the first one, mashallah.
Okay. We have to go somewhere. We thought we will leave and leave him here, but if he's done, then we can take him.
Yes, okay. All right.
The other people left, I guess, right? The community.
I think they went into the other room, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know, actually, Askaribai, how to put this disc in there? I don't know, to record. Okay.
Oh, for
do you know?
Save the video?
Yeah, to record it, to keep it on a disc. Yeah.
I'm not sure how to do it on that, but I mean, since it's on YouTube, you can still download the file.
Oh, it's going to be over there?
Yeah, it's going to be on the Jafaria channel.
Oh,
because the live stream already on?
Yeah, it's already on.
Yeah, but it's been recording everything going on here. So is it going to be a long thing like that?
But what you can do when you download it, you can just crop it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we can do that actually.
I'll show you how if you.
Okay, I was just wondering about that.
Yeah, because YouTube is pretty easy. You just have to search like a YouTube download. If you copy and paste the link to the website.
It's on the YouTube. It has a YouTube
there's
channel.
There's a Jafaria YouTube channel.
Okay, good.
If you just search it.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay. All right. So.
Wow. Wasn't expecting a suit. Expecting you just kind of bring some hobo ripped shirt.
Shut up.
All right, you guys want to sit? Whatever you want to do.
Which one's yours?
Wait, so somebody's gonna get kicked out?
Actually, hey, maybe what we could do.
Yeah.
Wait, so then we have to switch over and.
Unless you want everybody there, then.
Or maybe. Maybe you just have two chairs over there.
Or
then they could hop on in. You can move the camera outside a little.
Yeah.
You could do
Oh,
it.
you mean add two chairs here?
We could.
But then they're going to be higher than you.
Well, no. I thought you said they were reading something. That's
Unless they sit down on the ground or something. It's not that low.
Hussein, why don't you sit on the ground? I just want to see how it looks. Can you guys go sit over there?
Like that? You think that's better?
If somebody's over here. I say send them in. And then.
Send in the cloud.
And then someone's over there. Over there. Sitting on the side.
That would work. Otherwise, it would be like that other show that we did. And everyone, since the mic was off, everyone just left. Except for Simon and Masud. That was awkward. I was like, why are you guys leaving? And then I saw them playing on the PlayStation. Your mic wasn't working anyway. Oh, you just playing here.
So 1, 2.
Like, oh, your mic is working. It's everything on. So.
I can sit here.
Then we'll see take.
Don't sit here. Right there. Right there.
The craziest show of all time. Everyone just left.
Oh yeah.
Are you using that live stream website, bro?
Yeah. We both do the same one.
What's the score?
It feels bad to pay for your game.
You still pay for your movies?
What's that game?
Actually, can you guys go sit there? I just want to make sure everything looks right.
Yeah.
Someone sit where you're going to sit. Hussein, you too. And Heather can also sit down.
Turn on the mic.
So,
Which side do you want?
someone will be sitting and I'll say, I think it's time to finish you, then I'll take it out,
Okay,
put the gun in here, and then...
Okay, so
Okay, so, let's see.
You would have this mic.
So, let's see the order. So this is introduction.
Use the mic.
It doesn't look eager.
Yeah, so I have a few sayings to talk about it, just a brief,
You know what? He's not going to mention whatever you're mentioning because I think that he will cover things that are not.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what is part of your speech? You said,
So, these are your quotes, you said?
yeah, so, these are these sayings, for small talk, I just wrote a little thing over there. So these are some of the sayings. And obviously just the beginning, a little thing, some titles. Whoa. My life's work.
We brought the funeral suit, we brought the birthday.
And then, yeah, so, and you're trying to say you're going to talk about, like, Mom Lisa and wearing, like, the modesty?
Huh?
You talked part about modesty, right? Thanks, I really didn't get you modesty.
No, not modesty.
Oh, okay, modesty. Not modesty.
All these are fine.
I thought you said about his modesty too.
Oh, I did say saluni, but it's fine. I mean, if you repeat it once, and then it's
Yeah, don't even know.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing. It's all right.
And it's like the mine is like one. I'm talking about like saluni, how his like in terms of his knowledge, how people he always said that some like ask me
Yes.
before I
That's
leave you.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'll say the beginning first, and then Hussein could talk part of like a relationship with Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah,
And then you could say yours, and then I'll talk about maybe the mod. Oh my gosh.
Wait, so what is the order again?
So I think I was going to go first, the opening, say a few, titles, obviously, when he was born, stuff like that. And then Hussein can talk about, the relationship with Prophet Muhammad, some of the quotes Prophet Muhammad said about Imam Ali alayhi salam. One of the story, the story when Prophet Muhammad slept in Imam Ali salam slept in Prophet Muhammad's bed to save his life. That's one of the
I got
stories.
that one right here.
Then maybe throw in a quick saying,
Yeah, just
and then we can, say what you have.
right here.
So yours is about the bravery of Imam Ali alayhi salam, so we can say that after that. And then I can talk about, the modesty, and then there's a story of, when Imam Ali alayhi salam helped the widow.
I mostly like
So these facts, I feel like you should should you mention those in the beginning, right, with the opening?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
That's like introductory.
We're probably gonna name one, finish them up. It's over. Yeah, so I'll
It
say
didn't
that
make more
first.
sense.
Yeah.
So all these, they're like stories to.
Yeah, and then we can end it off, of course, with your poem. Your
Yeah.
poem can be at the end.
Because I told them, it's more like that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, this is like, I didn't like go over that too much.
yeah,
All these are fine.
yeah. So we'll say the same.
Ali,
and,
can you look at this?
We can talk about it somehow. What you think about it. Just the basic thing is just because you can't see
I'm
the
going
sun
to want
doesn't
to
mean it
take
isn't there.
pictures of them.
You can talk about that, and there's about 4 things.
So when they're there,
I
take a
just mostly
picture,
have
take
like
this
the
angle, that angle.
relationship with
When the new
Prophet
people
Muhammad.
come in and take that, you should be taking, right? Even if you take a few videos. But make sure there's
Really singing.
Ali,
That's gonna be great.
This is the air.
People are gonna walk in and be like, "You guys talking to yourselves?" The Lakers are gonna win.
We usually have a camera right in front of us. Huge one. Lights,
Right there.
camera.
okay.
Lights.
Simona, did he get one microphone?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just gonna
The
pass
pass
it
around
we can
game.
just pass it on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not on though.
Yeah, don't turn it.
Yeah, we put it on.
I was talking about my social security number loud and everybody here read it.
What time is it?
It is almost 6:15, so
Alright.
if you guys want to start.
Let me ask how far one of the kids is.
Oh, you know them?
Yeah, I know one of them.
How old are they actually?
They're mine. They're like 15 too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. I'll tell the story about the widow.
Ask him what he's talking about, too.
If someone forgets what to say, we can talk about my sock collection. Some red, whites.
Okay,
some
almost
blues.
started now. We'll just...
Can you check Mama is not?
Yeah, no.
Okay, starting
Not
tomorrow?
the system can
Yeah,
after
we're-
that, right?
Yeah, she said she could come after 7, so I said I thought that's a little late. We like to finish before
Oh,
we're there,
okay, go ahead, finish.
if possible.
You starting now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're ready now. Are
Yeah,
you
starting.
guys
पूरा
ready?
स्टार्ट लगा दिया लगा दिया
What
लगा
did he
दिया
say? How long
वो
is it?
माइक लगा दिया
Probably 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, go ahead. You know the top of the member? You want the top of the member?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Well, you know, because
that's
we want them
No,
at
no.
the same level.
नहीं
Either
No.
that or we bring out the chairs.
I have to display.
अच्छा ठीक है
I go on the second floor.
हाँ सही है it's fine
Welfare,
This is
story,
our,
widow, modesty. Where's my other thing?
it's okay now it's a start now
It's okay.
it's a live
stream?
it's a live stream yeah Bawaz Buland Salwat Allahumma salli ala Muhammad
Oh, he's just waiting for
yeah it's fine मेरा माइक लगा लो
anything extra with that mic.
You want to start?
We're just waiting for Heather. Oh,
He's in the car though. He's coming.
okay.
Who's going to start first?
No,
They said they're 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So we have to wait for another 10-15 minutes at least.
Yeah, maybe we should. You want
You
to
want to wait 10
You're
minutes?
just waiting for Muhammad, right?
Muhammad, yeah.
Yeah,
You want to wait 20 more minutes?
10 minutes.
What
time is Maghrib? What time
Yeah,
is
we can do Maghrib
Yeah.
namaz.
It is 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 7.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was 6.
Okay. Stop wrapping. Opening. I'm going to go facts. And then modesty.
You have to know it or else. You have to be saying, saying something you're gonna use.
And then
I told you.
one of these 4 sayings. Let's go.
Let me see what thing.
You can read this saying. And then I'll go from this one.
Did you always end up buying things?
हाँ
सब चल रहे हैं यार वो ना
सब चल रहा है यहाँ बड़ा लेना छोटा सा
कोई कहाँ दे पियानो वाला चैनल छोटा
Yeah, that's yes. So maybe you're there for you.
देखा कहते हैं कि ये बिल्कुल मेरी से बनता है
Yeah, because it is good.
बड़ा वाला
ये बड़ा वैसे ही जा रहा है
हाँ
छोटा हो जाएगा मामा लगा के ना
I'll say the same.
सब बोले वो झूले रही आ झूले रहा है
Oh, by the way, Mr.
तो इन्होंने शुरू करा अपना फिर तो खाता रहा
तो फिर उठना पड़ेगा
स्टार्ट कर
20 minutes. We're starting at, I think,
No, 20 minutes हो गए
6 बजे कहा था उसने 20 मिनट दूर हमें तो 4-5 मिनट आना चाहिए
no, he said that 2 minutes ago. And they'll come 6:35.
35 40
Yeah, he said 20 minutes. At 6:15. he
तो फिर वो 7 बजे तक पहुंचे
15 to 20 minutes
6:30. If we start at 6:25, then we can wait. We can say stuff, and then he'll come.
you can read that first.
मर्दवान बेटे पर्दा की बलावत करते हैं.
Yeah, I had to do I'm doing a speech and then like a poem.
Oh, okay. And Muhammad?
Muhammad, I'm not sure. I think he's reciting a little.
Poetry.
I don't know about poetry. Either it's like a mankamat or something. I'm not sure.
Okay.
He might be doing a mankamat, or it's like about a specific aspect.
Okay. What is the total time frame that you
Should be 25 minutes.
altogether?
Yeah, 25 30. Not longer than that. Because we don't have that much.
You already have like a practice to prepare for this?
Yeah.
नहीं कुछ भी नहीं था ना.
Well, today
फ्राइडे को कहा है. फ्राइडे को मैंने कैंसिल हो गया तो अभी सामने भी कहने लगा व्हाट वुड आई डू. मैंने के दो चार उसको पॉइंट दिए तो उसने कहा ठीक है बैठ के उसने उसको एलाबोरेट करके कहा क्या चलना है बोलता हूँ.
Because I thought it was canceled because Sunday school was canceled too. So.
मेरे भाई नहीं आया. नहीं.
हम मलका बाबी से डरते हैं बेचारा गाली भाई से डरता है. और लास्ट टाइम कहा था कि वो फोन पे देख के नहीं पढ़ना. नेक्स्ट टाइम आई डोंट वांट टू सी द फोन है दैट. तो बेचारा डर रहा था कि वो गाली अंकल विल गेट अपसेट.
Don't worry about it. If you say anything to you, just tell him I say.
Yeah.
You say my name. You won't say nothing to me.
गाली भाई के पीछे जब बोल रहे होंगे ना उनके पीछे जो खड़े होंगे ना तो हम मुंह वाली चले जाएंगे.
ये वाले भाई बच्चे ना जो मोहर्रम में वो लपट रहा है ना मैं पढ़ूंगा ना. मैंने कहा अभी लोग 8 साल का मोहर्रम तो बात तो मातम कर रहा है. मैं तू आएगा तो साल मतलब खराब हो जाएगा समझे ना. वो
बड़ा बेटा
भाई बड़ा छोटा क्या नाम है
मेहदी.
जिसके जो
मेहदी है सबसे बड़ा है
वो आया ना. तो मेरा वो गया फिर बाप से बोला मैं शर्मा भाई बात नहीं कर सकता. मैं नहीं बोल सकता किक नहीं पवाया.
तो तालिब वो
मलका नहीं
वो तालिब जनरल सेक्रेटरी है.
हाँ.
तो वो ईमेल निकालेंगे.
निकाल दी ना आपने देखी नहीं.
अरे उसके साथ तालिब क्या है ना वो डिफरेंट लगी थी. उन्होंने इतनी जल्दी कैसे ईमेल पासवर्ड वगैरह सब मिल गया.
बोले तो सैटरडे को हमारी मीटिंग है आप अपने लैपटॉप में करा जाइएगा ताकि वो सारे शेयर वगैरह जो कुछ भी हो उसी को मिल जाए.
अच्छा
अगर आप नहीं देना ये चीज नहीं होती है ट्रांसलेशन.
तो मैंने फोन करके बोला मैंने कहा आपको आना है सैटरडे को. कहेगा ठीक है. मैंने ताबिक को बोला कि वीकडेज में भी किसी वक्त 5 बार मेरे पास आ गया. मैं कहनी इसके लिए कंफर्टेबल नहीं. आप सैटरडे को आ जाइएगा. है ना मेरे पास नहीं वो नहीं है. वो सैटरडे से पहले ही फ्राइडे को ही लोग ओवर द फोन करके दे दिया फौरन. अच्छा ये तो टेक्स्ट मैसेज कोई जवाब तक नहीं दे रहे थे. फोन करके बोला मैंने
अभी आएंगे नहीं. अच्छा
कभी नहीं छोड़े.
पहले छोड़ दिया आदमी और पहले छोड़ दिया तो राजा के बोलने
वही गलत थी.
आप लोग 5 लोग डटे रहे
बस हाँ,
कराएं चीजों को कराएं या खुद या तो साइड लाइन पकड़ लेंगे या फिर आते रहेंगे.
हमारे साथ किया इनको पता चले किस तकलीफ से हमको कोई जवाब नहीं देगा. खामोशी से देखते रहिए बस. किसी ने कोई जवाब नहीं दिया. खामोश होकर बैठे. उनको पता चल जाएगा
चेंजेस कराने ये इसको इस एकाध के अंदर जमा करा के चेंजेस करा के जनरल बॉडी करा के उसको अप्रूव करा लें जो चेंजेस.
मैंने कहा जनरल बॉडी की करता हूँ. हाँ जनरल बॉडी की बात करता हूँ. मैंने कहा आपको काम करें.
सबसे ज्यादा वो हमारा काम करता है मेरे भाई के पास में उनका काम है करता है ना. तो ये भी पता चलता है ना सिस्टम दिए तो सोच समझ के लड़ेंगे. ऐसा नहीं
मुझे कभी कभी बात नहीं कि आप एक जो लड़ते हैं इससे मैं मशहूर हो गया लड़ने वाला लड़ा का मशहूर हो गया. मैं तो
वगैरह बोलते हैं. अभी कहते हैं बोलते हैं
हो गया. अभी रमजान आएगी तो फिर मोहर्रम हो जाएगा. नहीं कभी नहीं.
मैं सुना नहीं
कभी नहीं होता.
नहीं
कोई कम्प्रोमाइज नहीं है पूरे बोर्ड में. हमारा पूरा 9 बोर्ड यहाँ खड़ा था. यहाँ पे याद है पूरा 9 आदमी खड़े थे यहाँ पे.
वो तो आप सब एक पेज पे थे.
हम लोग इस पेज पे.
मगर अगर 8 एक पेज पे है ना अगर वो सही नहीं तो मैं उनके खिलाफ.
यकीन करें माफिया की फैक्ट्री बंद हो जाए, झूठ की फैक्ट्री खोली थी ना माफिया ने, यहाँ पे वो जाफरिया में अगर मार गया होता ना, तो माफ कर दो यार, तो मेरे बाप है। वो आराम से खड़े होकर मसले वगैरह कह रहे हैं कि वहाँ पर जो है ना जाहिद को थ्रेट किया था कि होमलैंड सिक्योरिटी को, उसी इत्तेफाक से ना ये सलमान भाई कहते दो लोग तो बात क्या कर रहे हो, उसने लेटर भेजा था थ्रेट का, हमने सिर्फ पुलिस को फोन करके बताया कि इस तरह भेजा, करना कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन इसने हमें इस तरह का लेटर भेजा, तारीख बदल देते यार बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। अभी सर पता नहीं तो फैसल और सलमान भाई खड़े थे,
फिर उल्टा हुआ भाई वहाँ पर सारी गिरफ्तारी तो मौजूद है।
नहीं शेख साहब शरीफ शेख की अंदर शेख कोई आपस में बात कर रहे थे तो इतनी नंबर में थी तो राजा भाई अभी ऊँचा सुनते हैं ये सुनना नहीं चाहते नहीं अभी सुनते हैं यार आपको $600 मैंने कब कहा $600 मैंने तो डॉलर का नाम तक नहीं लिया आपसे आप तो पैसे मैंने भाई आपसे पैसे की बात है कहेंगे आप झूठ भी बोलते हैं तो बोल रहे एकदम राजा भाई लोग खड़े हुए ये दोबारा बोलेगा तो लोगे आप इसमें कोई जगह देख रहे थे। अच्छा बिजनेस के लिए कोई जगह है वो किसी को बता कर मैसेज जाने बीच में नहीं एकदम बोले राजा तुम झूठ बोलते हो तुम मैंने कब बोला
यकीन करने हमारे राजू भाई ने पूरा पूरा सब कुछ कराया, ऐसी तारीफ बजाते हैं हमने से पहले उसको ऑलमोस्ट अपने को अप्रोच किया, पूरे गए उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, और मुझे बुला के पूछा कि तो मर्जी था आने को देना और भी दे दो, फिर कहना है कि हम सिंपल कराते हैं इससे मैंने कहा यार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेहनत किया ये करा कैसे हम दोनों ऑप्शन साथ देंगे, अब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कमेटी वाला पूरा और सिर्फ बोर्ड का पूरा, लेकिन ये लोग कंफ्यूज होंगे हमारा कराने कामयाब नहीं तो अपना वो ईमेल लिखा है अप्रूव करा के कुछ है तो वो तो दो चॉइसेस थे ना इलेक्शन और और इसलिए नहीं लिया आपने आपको पता था भारतीय 100% क्योंकि छिट्टू भाई रजा भाई पूरा ग्रुप था सभी लोग इनके खिलाफ थे, ये बदलना और बैठ के कभी गोल को हम लोग कोसते हैं कभी माफिया को कोसते हैं कभी तारीफ होती थी
I'm not sure if the line is working. It is from here, we have a stream, but I don't know if you guys can take a stream. So,
yeah, if you pick your nose so we can edit it out later. Yeah, one time we did a show, right? One time we did a show, and then at the end, I didn't know it was still on. Then I was like,
have you guys?
when it's his turn, when Glenn gets up on the show.
it was in, I don't know, I did a show when I was like,
8 was on the 18-year-old, but he was really short. So
And then you can turn the mic on now, actually, or when you're ready. Are you guys ready?
yeah, what's it called?
I just gave it to you. Yeah, that one.
Excuse me, sister.
Guy's name
Are you recording with your camera?
Actually, you know what? We're recording on here. Does anyone
Yeah,
know?
it's
how to
okay.
record?
It's not recording. It's just
Oh
online.
yeah, that's right. You told me we can get it online.
Yes.
That's okay. Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
All right, so we're all
Then you can
set.
take out.
If everyone wants to sit down and be an audience, maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we can sit down.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
One, yeah, make sure it's recording.
Okay, I'll tell you when to start. Okay, Ali, you're going to take pictures? Actually, how do you zoom in and zoom out? Anybody know? How do you zoom in?
After I come on, it's going to be you.
I forget. Is it this? It says W and T over here. Oh, there you go. That's it. Good, good.
You have a thing I gave you?
How did you do that? Can you put that again?
Same.
Okay. Okay, good, good. Okay, ready? So when he comes in, okay, you're gonna read. You can read your poem, or you can read it at the end, I guess, or some other time. Okay.
Yeah, so you just move to the side or something on it. 3 people can probably fit.
Can 3 people sit? Yeah, 3 people can. Okay, that's good. There's only another 1 person coming? Heather, just 1 person, you think?
For what?
Muhammad.
Yeah, 1 person.
Okay, that's fine.
Good, 1
Okay,
person.
done. Okay, so we'll start with salawat. Allahumma salli. Oh, the women are coming. Oh, let them come. We'll start in, ready? 5, 4.
Wait one second.
Okay.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our program. My name is Say Muhammad. Joining me today are Brother Hussein, Assalamu alaikum, and Brother Heather, Assalamu alaikum. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Today we have a very special program for you. Today, as you know, is the 13th of Rajab. I'd like to start our program by giving congratulations to commemorate the birth anniversary of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Imam Ali alayhi salam was born on the 13th of Rajab, 30 years after the year of the elephant. His mother was Fatima bint Asad, and his father was Imam Abu Talib. Abu Talib. As we know, Imam Ali alayhi salam was the first Imam out of the 12 Imams. He had a very special relationship with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Brother Hussein, would you like to tell us about Imam Ali alayhi salam's relationship with Rasulullah?
Yes. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam chose Imam Ali alayhi salam as his own brother. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam chose Imam Ali alayhi salam as his own brother. He looked at the face of Ali and said, "O Ali, you are my brother in this world and the hereafter."
Could you also read us a saying about what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about Imam Ali alayhi salam?
The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, "If all the trees were pens, if all the seas were ink, if all the jinn and men wrote them down, even then the merits of Ali ibn Abu Talib could not be counted."
That's a very beautiful saying that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said about Imam Ali alayhi salam. It shows that, the status that Imam Ali alayhi salam had. Imam Ali alayhi salam, he was also the first person to follow the religion of Islam. He was the first person. Brother Heather, Imam Ali alayhi salam, he wasn't just, he was very modest. He had, he was a very kind and giving person. But he was also a tremendous warrior. Would you like to tell us about Imam Ali alayhi salam and how he fought for him?
So, Imam Ali, in his time period as well as the time period of the Prophet, you saw that there's 2 different ways of life. You have one way of life where it's more scholarly, where you have people seeking knowledge. And then you have another way of life where it's warrior-like, where it has to do with always fighting on the battlefield and always conquering land from enemies. And obviously that was much more elevated at that time due to tribal disputes and fights between nations. So you see that between both these different ways of life and these different values, you see that there's a contradictory message where you see that one way of life is much more in the background, where the other one's in the forefront, and that is obviously fighting on the battlefield. And at that time, you really didn't see people who encompassed both ways of life in their domain, in their livelihood. And it was very uncommon at that time, because you have the warriors that either they didn't have enough time to seek more knowledge or to gain more knowledge and wisdom, and at the same time there's also a lack of interest in seeking more knowledge. And for scholars, obviously, usually they want to stay in the background, and they didn't want to hurt themselves in the process of fighting, and also there was a little fear factor as well. But then you have Imam Ali alayhi salam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
And you find that Imam Ali alayhi salam was that man who encompassed not only a scholarly way of life, but also being the fiercest of warriors on the battlefield. When we talk about his knowledge, we're referring to his Najm Balagha, epitomizing the true virtues and the values of Najm Balagha and the Quran, and how he lived through those values throughout his life. In fact, he can be quoted in saying, Saluni, Saluni, ask me before you miss me. Imam Ali salam was such a knowledgeable man that just anyone could learn knowledge from. And at that time, you could ask him any question of any regard, and you'd be able to find the answer. And that's truly the beauty of Ali. And in addition to that, you think that he's just a scholar. That's all he has in his repertoire. However, you see that Imam Ali, through the battles of Khaybar, Khandaq, Uhud, you see that he is the fiercest of the warriors, the bravest, and he always sought justice. And in fact, before I go on, I just want to address his value, his understanding of justice, and how he always strove to seek justice in society and to instill justice in everyone's lives. As a child, he recognized injustice, and he was among the first followers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who had Prophet Muhammad had come in direct attack in his early stages of prophethood, and Imam Ali was among the first who stood up for the Prophet and stood up for Islam, and really was the one who brought Islam to the forefront and allowed people to convert to that religion. And then you see that throughout his life, as he progressed, whether it be through as a companion, a commander-in-chief, or various other roles, he always stuck with the Prophet, and he was always the Prophet's number one friend and companion, and he always stuck with those values, and he always strove to prove the message of Prophet Muhammad and tried to convert more people to the religion of Islam. And it's funny that even at the time of the Prophet's death, after everyone witnessing, for example, the event of Ghadir Qum, where there's so many people there, that they said at the time that yes, we see that Prophet Muhammad is a leader, and now he's passing the leadership to Imam Ali. You see that everyone was there, and everyone was recognizing Prophet Muhammad's role as a leader. But then at the time of his death, there was no one there. There was only a few number of people there. And obviously among those was Imam Ali alayhi salam. And he was the one that led the funeral processions while everyone else was fighting for power. And so that's what separates Ali from the rest. His ability to not only get the power and use his skill to his advantage, but also seek justice and seek to instill justice in society. And the last point I want to mention is that it's mind-boggling that with all his skill, his power, his value, his worth, Imam Ali alayhi salam still never used that to it. He never was corrupt in his power. And he always practiced sabr, and he was among the humblest of men. And when it came that after the Prophet's death that everyone had wrongly stolen the power of Imam Ali alayhi salam, you find it is that Imam Ali alayhi salam was content. He was in a state of contentness through his sabr, and that's really what separates him from the rest.
Like Brother Heather was saying, Imam Ali alayhi salam wasn't just, a warrior. He also, like we were saying, he was very modest, he really cared for the general welfare of the people. Imam Ali alayhi salam used to dig wells, for the people. One of the wells is near a place we call near Medina. It still bears the name Bera Ali, which means the well of Ali. Imam Ali alayhi salam, Brother Hussein, would you like to give us the saying of Imam Ali alayhi salam?
Yes, Brother Hussein? Would you like to read us the saying? Actually, I can say.
One of the sayings from Imam Ali alayhi salam is, I believe in Allah like I believe in the sun. Not because I see it, because of it, I see everything. Brother Zain, what do you think this saying means? Do you have any thoughts on this saying? What do you reckon?
It means even though if you can't see the sun, it's still there. It's just that you can't see it.
Yes, you can't see the sun, of course. You see the sun, but the sun brightens everything it touches. Without the sun, you'd be in darkness. Just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of course, we can't see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but that doesn't mean that He's not there. Imam Ali alayhi salam, like I was mentioning, was a very modest person. He would wear very simple clothing, the same clothing that you'd see, poor people would wear. He would always be, stitching up his clothes. Imam Ali alayhi salam, as we know, was the caliph, but he was still wearing very simple clothes. He would fix his own sandals. Every day he would only have bread and water. Every single day he would just have bread and water. He'd have dry bread and he would have water. And even when Imam Ali alayhi salam passed away, a very interesting fact, when Imam Ali alayhi salam passed away, he was actually in debt. You think how could the Khalifa be in debt? Imam Ali alayhi salam, he wasn't poor. Imam Ali alayhi salam had money. But what Imam Ali alayhi salam would do was he would constantly give away his money to the poor. So the reason why he was in debt was because he would actually borrow money from people to give to the poor. So that was the generosity of Imam Ali alayhi salam, that even when he didn't have, he was trying to get to help people. One story about Imam Ali alayhi salam, it's about the generosity of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imam Ali alayhi salam was one day walking through the streets of Kufa when he saw a woman holding a leather bag of water, and she was struggling to, hold her groceries. So Imam Ali alayhi salam went to her and he asked her, if she needed help. The lady was a widow. So he helped the lady and he helped her bring, her things home. The lady said to him, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curse Imam Ali alayhi salam. Brothers, what would your reaction be? Of course this is Imam Ali alayhi salam. If someone said that to you, what would you really think about that?
I mean, if someone really was talking about me and they didn't know it was me and they said it in front of me, that, oh yeah, curse him, oh bless you. But he actually says bless you, even though he's cursing you at the same time. So,
Brother Heather, would you like to?
Yeah, and I think that's like the idea of Imam Ali's sabr. In the times of hardship, you see that obviously he learned from the likes of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that you have to learn to practice sabr even in the hardest of times, and it is that sabr that will take you to the highest of places because of your patience and your contentness in the times of struggle and peril.
Brother Muhammad, would you like to?
I could have said it better myself. I agree both views.
I guess, those were all correct. Imam Ali alayhi salam, usual reactions is, like Brother Heather said, the patience that he had. You know, if it was me, I would be like, lady, I am Imam Ali alayhi salam. You wouldn't be able to, stop that. But Imam Ali alayhi salam was so patient, he had so much trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that didn't even bother him. That the lady was saying this. So I'm going to continue with the story. So the lady, he was going home, he was helping the lady, he played with her kids, while she was making dinner, he played with her kids, he, helped them around the house, cleaning and everything. And then the lady's neighbor came and she said, wow, that's the Khalifa, that's Imam Ali alayhi salam. And the lady was, of course, she was really embarrassed. She was like, that was Imam Ali alayhi salam, he didn't even say anything, I didn't know it was him. She apologized to Imam Ali alayhi salam. But we can use his story as an example to see how we should act in our daily lives. That, we should always, before we do something, we should always think, we should always have, have patience and have the thing in Imam Ali alayhi salam. This was a great example. Have, I'm now going to read another saying of Imam Ali alayhi salam. The saying is, do good today, and you shall find good tomorrow. Brother Zane?
If you do good today, then you'll be maybe you'll get like a reward or like something for tomorrow. Go ahead.
I think he's addressing the idea of if you, like in terms of this world, the world that we're in currently, if you're working to the best of your abilities to worship God through all of your actions, through the intention of qurbatan ilallah, I think that effort and that determination and perseverance, that's what will ultimately reward you in heaven, inshallah. And because of that, I think he's enforcing the idea of working to the best of your abilities currently in this day and age, while you still have time.
Once again, Heather made a pretty good point. I agree with him.
Brother Muhammad, would you like to read? Would you like to read? Reading what you have?
Sure. Yeah. So my speech was on the topic of sabr, and Salah. So as I'm sure all of you may know, the Battle of Khandaq was a 30-day siege led by the polytheistic Arab tribes in Mecca and the Jewish tribes in Medina. The Confederate tribes, the Confederate armies were estimated around 10,000 men, with almost 600 horses and camels. Meanwhile, those in Medina were drastically outnumbered. The Battle of the Trench seemed to be a battle of impossible odds, one that the Muslims could not win. Yet they still seemed to push through and prevail against the impossible. However, there were a few key moments within this battle that truly showed why the Battle of Khandaq was won by the believers. Considering today we are living in an auspicious time, since Imam Ali's birth was only just a few days ago, I'd like to focus on what Imam Ali did. Throughout this battle, Imam Ali proved to be an invisible warrior. Although all odds were against the army, Imam Ali pushed through and he refused to let any enemy falter his way. However, Imam Ali almost forgot about the meaning of the Battle of Khandaq, why they were there. Imam Ali showed no difficulty in knocking Amr ibn Abdul Wud, the champion of the Quraysh, who killed greater than 1,000 men, off of his horse. Amr, on the ground, spat in Imam Ali's face. Imam Ali, furious, could have killed him right then and there. He was on the brink of death, yet he still refrained. Instead of doing that, he decided to take a few rounds around, the area to calm himself down. And after he came back, Amr asked him why he didn't kill him right away. Imam Ali responded by saying that if I killed you, then I would not have satisfied myself and not God's. I would have only satisfied myself and not God's will. Not only did Imam Ali demonstrate devotion to Allah, he also demonstrated sabr, something many of us forget and lack. Brothers and sisters, I just want you to ponder, how many times have we faced a little bit of hardship, and we end up lashing out at everyone around us? I'm just as guilty of this, don't get me wrong. Yet we see that Imam Ali, who was just spat in the face by an enemy, is still refraining. Heather, I just want to ask you, what would you do if someone just came up to you, slapped you in the face? Let's say it was an enemy and they just slapped you in the face.
I think that obviously I would act a little irrationally in that situation, and obviously nothing good would result from that.
Very well said. What about you?
I mean, if someone really slapped you for no reason, would you really just let them go away? Because nowadays you would have to do something. But since Imam Ali was so patient, he just didn't do anything, and he tried to calm himself down. But it's obvious because the guy was for no reason. I mean,
nowadays the chance of getting slapped in battle are pretty low. But back then, nowadays just a shot to the head. But it's a little easier now. But I don't think I'd be able to hold it. That's the beauty of Imam Ali alayhi salam. That's one of the things he was gifted with. I would probably be angry. I'd finish him right there, sadly.
Thank you, all of you. I just want to ask, what would Allah have done if Imam Ali responded without thinking about what the point of the battle was? Would he really have given the Medinans the fruit of the battle? I would honestly say no. After all, the Prophet did say, Ali's strike on the day of the trench is worth the combined worship of all mankind and jinns, as it was out of sabr and devotion to Allah. Inshallah, may we all end up following in the Imam Ali's footsteps by not only celebrating his birthday today, but also all those traits that he presented. Salawat.
That's just another reason why Imam Ali alayhi salam is Amir al-Mu'mineen, the commander of the faithful. That's the beauty of Imam Ali alayhi salam. I'm now going to read, Brother Hussein, would you like to read, would you tell us a story about Imam Ali alayhi salam, the pomegranate, when...
Once Bibi Fatima salam was sick, she couldn't, and Imam Ali asked her, do you want anything? Because she usually doesn't want anything. But then she said, I want an anar. So Imam Ali went to go get her an anar. He bought it, and then he saw a beggar, someone who was hungry, and he gave him a part of it. So then he was going back, and he saw another beggar. He gave him also a part of it. And then he was going home, and he said, oh yeah, I'm not going to be... What is she going to say? Oh yeah, you didn't get her the pomegranate. Then, when he got home, she had a bowl of pomegranates, a whole batch of them. She said, oh yeah, thank you for the pomegranate from heaven because of his good deeds. I think an angel came down and brought Bibi Fatima pomegranates.
We're now going to have the sisters read about Imam Ali alayhi salam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
To pay tribute on Imam Ali's birth, I would like to share this important incident in Imam Ali's life about knowledge and ignorance. In reply to someone who posed Imam Ali alayhi salam a difficult question, Imam Ali alayhi salam said, ask in order to understand, and don't ask in order to find fault. For surely the ignorant man who wants to learn resembles a man of knowledge, and surely a man of knowledge who wants to be difficult resembles a ignorant man who wants to find fault.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Thank you for that. Now I can read another saying of Imam Ali alayhi salam. The saying is, God does not look at your faces nor at the garments that you wear. He looks at your hearts. Brothers, what are your reactions to this saying? How do you think we can, put this in our daily lives?
It doesn't mean like, it means don't, just because if you're like rich or something and you buy a bunch of fancy stuff that, you're gonna be rewarded because you look, because you are all, rich and you have cars, you have a mansion. It's not because of that. It's because what's inside. You have to be a good Muslim and you have to be thankful.
Yeah, I think the idea behind this is that, just like he had just mentioned, in terms of it's not about like the worldly aspects of life. Everything matters. What really matters is those core efforts and determination that you have in terms of doing acts for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and as a result of that you're building your foundation for heaven. And I believe that, just as you had mentioned earlier, like it's not about the worldly aspects of life, but rather whatever those features that you work towards getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah, I agree. It's like whatever you do, you will plant the flowers in heaven plant all your gardens. They'll build your house in heaven. Like that's really what this world is for. It's not really about what you want this world. It's really about what your goal is in the next.
Those were all very good points. The way I see it is like an investment. What you do today is a direct thing of what you're going to see, in the afterlife. So what I see is, you do good deeds today, you're going to see good over there. And that's what the saying says, that, even our physical bodies right now, this isn't who we actually are. What we actually are is, our soul. So you have to take care of your soul, by reading your namaz, you cleanse your soul, but not reading your namaz, missing out on everything, these are things that harm your soul. There's keeping the physical body clean, and there's keeping the spiritual body clean. So we have to try to do both. We have to make sure to do both. Because, at the end of the day, this world is like a test. We have to prepare for the afterworld. Salawat. Now, Brother Heather has a poem for us today. Brother Heather, would you like to read?
This poem is Who is Ali by Nuri Sardar, who is a famous poet from the UK. Who is Ali? In understanding him, there is still confusion. Minds cannot encompass him, can vision. Imam Ali is more than just Badr's victor. He is the thirst for those who love to ponder. He is the mirror of his own mirror, the opener of doors since Khaybar. I knew him. Since my eyes first peek, I spoke him, since I knew how to speak. Tears are embarrassed to flow down his cheek. He is eloquence, not just its peak. His virtues leave life's lessons breathless. 63 years knew he was ageless. Death understood that Ali is endless, immortal. He isn't worth less. In understanding him, there is still confusion. If the laws of normality have taught us anything, is that Ali, even against all norms, will continue to trend. He trends and rises above all, embracing the beyond, and even when he does, he numerically tends to be number one, the heaviest of them all. The origin, the beginning, it does not need to lend its importance back to the number one, because it is one. Even if they were to call him 4, their scale, his weight would bend. He makes all other numbers look insignificant. Call him 4th, 40th, 400th even. He is the first. Much like he is always the first that tends to grow and trend. O Imam Ali, you are the first, and none can count you different. Even if they put you at last, we'll just start counting from the end. Even if they put you last, we'll just start counting from the end. So.
That's all the time we have left for today. Thank you for everyone who joined and participated in our program. Now we're going to do Allahumma kulli waliyaka for inshallah the safety and protection of our 12th Imam, and inshallah we're all helpers of the 12th Imam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma kulli waliyaka al-hujjat ibn al-Hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala abai fi hadhihi as-sa'a wa fi kulli sa'a وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم صل على محمد.
Once again, thank you everyone who participated in our program. Please join us next time, another exciting episode of Black Kids. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Khuda Hafiz.
Jazakallah, guys. You did a good job.
Did you not hear me?
Oh, how do you stop?
I got it.
Thank you so much. I think we put our disc in there.
Your disc?
Yeah, we did.